Hi, my name is John Griffith. I'm a divorce and family law attorney here in San Diego, California. This is one of a series of videos aimed at addressing common issues that come up in California divorce and family law cases. I should note that nothing I say is intended to be or should be taken as legal advice. Every family law case is different and should be considered on a case-by-case basis between you and the attorney that you end up hiring. My office offers free consultation on divorce and family law issues. I'd be happy to speak with you about your case individually. Give me a call. Today I'll be talking about the marital residence and what happens with the marital residence while you're going through a divorce. And one of the big questions I have that clients ask me when they come in is, can I kick my spouse out of the house? We don't get along, I can't live with he or she any longer, and I want them out of the house. There's a couple of different ways that you can go about that. And the first way is through a restraining order. And be cautious with the restraining order because you only want to file a restraining order if there's been some kind of domestic violence. And it happens in family law cases. Domestic violence happens, which is maybe the reason for the divorce in the first place. What you want to do to keep yourself safe and perhaps your children safe is go and file a domestic violence restraining order against your spouse. And most domestic violence restraining orders, if the spouses are living together, if they're issued, come with a kick-out order. And once it's served, usually served by the police will actually remove your spouse from the house, giving you what we call exclusive use and possession of that community residence. And you can do that whether it's a house that you own with your spouse or a rental property. No matter who's on the lease, no matter who's on the mortgage, you can ask that the court order that spouse out of the house. Now that's an extreme case, and we'll talk more about the intricacies and possible needs for domestic violence restraining orders in another video. The other way that you see one spouse having the other spouse removed from the house or kicked out of the house is through a motion for, like I said, what we call exclusive use and possession of the marital residence. And what you want to do if you're in a situation where you can no longer live with your spouse in the house is file a motion to have the court order that you be given exclusive use and possession of the house. And the court's going to look at a lot of things. They're going to look at the position of the requesting party. Is the requesting party the primary custodial parent, or is the requesting party going to be most likely the primary custodial parent of children? Obviously, you don't want the parent that's going to be the primary custodial parent having to go out and look for a place or live in a situation that's not necessarily good for the kids. And in situations like this, as long as the court finds that the other spouse can afford to go and rent another place or has another place to live, the court will probably order exclusive use and possession of the house to you as the movant in that action. Now that's called exclusive use and possession of the house. There's a lot of things that you need to consider with your family law attorney when it comes to exclusive use and possession of the house. Keep in mind that now you're going from maybe one income or perhaps two incomes in some situations supporting one household to, in extreme cases, one income supporting two households. And that can be tough. And there's a lot of issues that you need to look at when it comes to that. If you're a spouse that doesn't work and you're asking for exclusive use and possession of the house, well, you need to figure out who's going to pay the mortgage if you ask your spouse to get kicked out of the house. You want to make sure that you ask the judge for your spouse to continue to make the mortgage payments. And what does that look like from a financial standpoint? You're also going to want to couple your motion for exclusive use and possession with a motion for perhaps child support if you have kids that you need to support, and then spousal support, otherwise known as alimony. So that you can go ahead and pay your bills, buy groceries, and things like that. So those are the two ways that we deal with the issue of who lives in the house. There are situations, actually there are a lot of situations where the couple just decides to go ahead and live together through the divorce process until they figure out what to do with the house. And if your house is big enough to where you can move into separate rooms, that might be the best and the most fiscally responsible way to go about that issue. If you have more questions or you'd like a free consultation regarding your particular divorce or family law issue, call my office, Griffith Law, located up in Solana Beach, California. I look forward to hearing from you soon.